So our second group of images, I think, take an interesting look on the idea of cliche that we actually have been talking about in this module. I think we've all seen the picture of the bird up in the sky silhouetted, and certainly the photographer here has done a great job of capturing the silhouette. I love this really simple, clean, clear background that this bird is on. But I think the one little touch here that really separates this from cliche is this diagonal horizon that we see in the lower right hand corner of the frame. I think it presents a really interesting contrast to the bird. In the right part or the left part of the frame here, the bird is really level and gives an intense feeling of tranquility, of peacefulness, of just he's soaring quietly, and I think it's contrasted really wickedly against this hard diagonal line in the lower right hand corner. And I think this is something that I wouldn't always encourage you to do, which is having the horizon not level, so diagonal like this. But I think for this image, it provides the viewer with a really interesting look and sort of a contrasting feeling in an image. It's almost like a 2-for-1. We've got this really nice tranquility up here, and then kind of this diagonal sort of, tension-laden corner in the lower right-hand frame of it. So, neat shot. I like this a lot. The second shot, again, I think is really interesting in that it takes a subject that we see photographed a lot. There's plenty of images of full moons out there, but typically we don't see them composed like this. I really, again, love the composition of this frame, how the photographer has really used this sort of lower part of the frame to kind of give us all the active subject area, and then creates this big, beautiful blank canvas above it that really swallows our eye up, and really, again, presents this idea of contrast up against the hard sort of square edges of all the buildings and the different architecture on campus. Also really love just how our eye is being led through this frame like that along the edges of there right to the full moon. And I think this nice big light pole here that pushes to the left here also takes our eye right over to that moon. So I think the composition of this image really is what makes it here. And again, I think it's an image of a subject that easily could head in the realm of cliche, but I think in this image the photographer really has composed it in a manner that really has made it uniquely their own. So again, another good job.